The man, the myth, the vocal voice, war legend VA with, well, one of the most beautiful, gorgeous voices in indie audio land. Yes, in the house, it's David S. Dear. Hello.
Hello. That's very sweet. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, and just there to your left and right, there's Tiberius. Hi, Tiberius.
Hello to you. I say that only once before I have to exterminate the likes of you.
Please don't exterminate me, though. I have an interview to do. And hello, Dr. Theo.
Hello to you, Sarah. Looking lovely.
Sorry. Thank you. Came off funny then.
And that distance is good enough.
Is that good? Yeah. Across the water and via some wires, I think, is probably the safest for any woman.
And that's still even close, but I can do
Well,
it.
what a delight to talk to you all today. And I guess the first thing to kind of get cleared up really is the whole question of, let's start with, what drew you to this Oz9 experience? And what would you like to see happen, David, on the Oz9 to your beloved alter egos?
Oh, I haven't thought about what would happen, except Tiberius, if possible, could become even more evil. I don't know if that's possible, but I love seeing how evil he can get.
Truly.
And I love the enigmatic nature of Dr. Theo, and that really tickles me. So even more of that enigma and whose side is he on kind of thing. And
I love that.
is he or isn't he kind of leaving people guessing? I love that part.
Yeah, I mean, who is the baddest bad? Dr. T or Dr. not T? Without no doctor. I mean, who?
Right.
Who? I mean, we don't know yet, do we really? Not in the linear side of things.
There's something more scary about, you've got the Bobs and the Tiberius and Southers and Felonius. They're just evil. Yep. That's all well and good.
The bloodline.
But there's something about someone who's nefarious, but yet a good guy. They're even more scary because it's that unknown and you can't trust the other three, but not knowing who you can trust.
Yeah.
And Sheffield's been on that at times. So
God, I don't know about her actually. Yeah. I maybe if they do get bad, they could team up and make extra bad. Sorry, no, just calm it down. But no, there's plenty. There's plenty to play with, right? And I love the fact that there's a lot of perhaps magical things at play with wormholes. So, Dr. Theo, can you tell us, with regards to the wormhole play, is there any particular wormhole that you would love to go down at all?
I would love to go down the wormhole of my novel. That's the one I'd really like to go down.
Sorry, yeah.
So that I could I could give you as much embellishment and exposition as possible, leaving no word unturned.
Please don't. And when are you going to publish this book? I mean, and why did you write it? I mean, give us the lowdown. What's the point of it?
I wrote it because it's just called to me. And every single mycelium and fungi that I've touched, I feel I need to share that knowledge with the world. I would share all of the molds and fungi with the world if I could, but this is the second best thing. The trouble has been finding a publisher willing to publish it. That's been really the trickiest part.
I mean, what's your hook tagline for this book?
Tagline for this book is,
That's great.
I came up with a few different taglines. One is, you will never smell it coming.
Brilliant.
The other one is spore. The complex organizational rendering of a species who can only propagate through spore dispersion through the atmosphere.
3 hours later.
I don't know. It's a little short. I know I could probably put more into it, but it's a working title.
I love that. Thank you. And I've heard it's going to be used to help with sleep studies. Is that correct?
Oh, well, I didn't realize my spores were soporific.
Yeah, not necessarily the spores. I think it's the words behind the spores. Tiberius, do you feel Bob is a threat at all? And how, if so, and why? And what are you going to do about it?
Oh, Robert, yes. Yeah, he likes to pose himself as a threat because of his inhumanity. Inhumanity, I really respected him, but I am not threatened by him in the least. With his non-corporeal way, how much damage could he really do without arms, hands, or knees?
This is true, although he has proven to be quite destructive and murderous. So we'll see what happens. But yes, and Dr. Theo, are you going to make a Batwoman of Pippi? Pippi, like, how serious is this relationship, would you say? If you can share.
Oh,
It's a safe place.
Pippi, be still my beating heart. I didn't think that it could be more serious than it already is, but it is pretty serious. I mean, much like her condition.
Mm-hmm. Currently.
I would give everything except my novel for free to be able to save her and to be with her.
Okay. So, so the novel still is king, queen?
Novels, it's king, if not, prince or maybe even a duke.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for that. And I have a question from someone. How do you like finally playing the sex symbol you were always meant to play? And that's from a Pan and Sherry, someone called Pan.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I guess I've never, I don't even try to play him as a sex symbol when I'm just playing him.
That's the beauty of
I think that might work because he doesn't think of himself as, and I don't really think of myself as. So I just play the words there.
I mean, no one's left listening now because they've heard your voice and everyone's swooned. So I have to keep restarting it to listen.
I'm verklempt.
But no, it is a beautiful voice. And what other audio dramas have you been involved in with regards to other characters? Where can other people find you doing other things?
There's several. There's my show that I'm producing, which I'm finally getting to the last 2 episodes of the season.
Brilliant.
I just released one last couple weeks ago.
Exciting.
Which is the Ninth World Journal. I've also been in the Silt Verses.
Such a lovely show.
I love that character. Silt Verses. I was in an episode of the Amelia Project. There's Moonbase Theta Out, which is the DJ Silva's production.
Super show.
There is currently the Dex Legacy, got a recurring role in that.
Yes.
I love that character. Idris, Space Daddy, as we like to refer to him.
Space Daddy.
Yeah. And there's tons and tons of others that I've kind of made little appearances in here and there. But those are a lot of the primary ones.
Loved you in Amelia Project too, which is one of my favourite podcasts.
Yeah,
So
that one's so much fun.
Super duper fun. And with regards to your own show, how long has that been running and what is it about? Tell us if people haven't found
The
it.
Ninth World Journal has been running since the beginning of 2019, and it's kind of had to slow down due to life, but we are nearly the end of the 5th season. There are 2 more episodes to release for the 5th season. I'm
That's amazing.
finishing the edit of the one right now. And thank you for playing a great role. I just listened to that one, the one that you appeared in.
Oh, my.
That was so much fun. Oh my goodness!
Exciting.
The show's about. It's based on a role playing game called Numenera, and it's set 1 billion years in the future. And the world as we know it has been mangled and just really messed up by great civilizations. And the protagonist of the story, who was researching teleportation, and it ended up making him uncontrollably teleport to different places, and it tells the adventures of his story as he finds himself in various places around the Ninth World accidentally.
Thank you. And if you haven't found it already, you must. It's a brilliant and beautiful and exciting and very well put together season. So yeah, we'll see a series of brilliant shows. So go and hunt it down. Who are we with now? All of you, like, what do you do in your spare time? Dr. Theo, Tiberius, tell us.
Oh, in my spare time, I've come to taking up the taste of molds. I won't eat them. I'll only taste them, because to macerate the molds I find really disrespectful and dishonorable, because it's not for consumption, I think. But I like the taste of them, and I've been cataloging the various flavors that I get of them. Most of the flavors taste the same, but I try to find the variants in them. Some form of dirt or hume or earth.
I think I'm feeling slightly bilious, so let's move on. Tiberius, same question to you. What do you do to relax?
To relax, I like to watch insects pull the wings off and legs off of other insects. It's very, very soothing.
And what do you do when they've done that? Do you just find more, or?
Well, of course, I have to kill them. Not to put them out of their misery. Once they are no longer miserable, then I have to kill them.
So how many would you say in your murderous rampage you have, in fact, departed this world by your own hand?
Oh, I've killed many, many. 4 is the exact number. Yes.
Ah, not 3, the magic one. Indeed. So, the 3 of you, I'd like you to now argue at the same time, please, who has the most amazing thing to share with the world? A book, a way of life, or a podcast? Are you ready? Off you go. We'll start with Dr. Theo.
Oh, the thing I would share with the world is just learn as much as you can and absorb as much as you can while keeping as many people at bay as possible. That's what I would say to do. And then write about every single thing and every single detail and use as many words as possible to do it on paper.
I see Tiberius is disagreeing. What do you say? You have the more amazing thing, don't you, to share with the world, Tiberius? What do you have to share with the world?
Oh, I have just plain vitriol to share with the world. Ah, yes, and any used Kleenex that I might have lying around from a nosebleed or two. I will share those gladly. Yeah, this foolishness of Dr. Theo.
And David, what do you feel is the most amazing thing you have to share with the world?
Oh, I'm just going to keep sharing my voice just because it brings me joy to tell stories. So I want other people to experience the same joy that I'm experiencing, you know?
Yeah, truly.
A joy shared is multiplied, they say.
I love that. And yes, you must cast David forthwith in all the things please the world. Dr. Theo, is it annoying when people of all gender, culture and life experience fate in your presence? And does it run in the family? Is it down your mother's or your father's side?
When they faint?
Yes. Does it run in the family?
Well, yes. It's very discouraging because I'm still talking and they're not listening to the things I'm saying. When you're unconscious, you might be absorbing things on a subconscious level, but I have no way of knowing because I want to see the reaction to the words and the information I'm sharing of the science that I research.
Yes, beautifully done. Thank you. And Tiberius, who would you want as a sidekick from the crew? If you could choose from anyone, who would make a good ally for your powers, your dreams, your hopes?
I would say Captain Jessie, for sure. I'm impressed with how she's eluded death many times, even though the other members of the crew have eluded death. But in the way she's done it, in the sardonic and sarcastic and biting and really the misanthropic way of her, very admirable, almost admirable. I wouldn't say admire, but I would say appreciate. I would take her as a sidekick. Yes,
Brilliant. And how would you know you could trust her to stay the course on your side?
Oh, if I could trust her, I would not want to have her as a sidekick. I want someone that I cannot trust, because it's the people that you cannot trust that you can trust the most.
Yes, truly. And Dr. Theo, Beck, one of our beautiful space monkeys, enjoys Theo's whom's and the subsequent reactions. What do you enjoy about life aboard the Oz-9?
I like to observe from a distance. I like to observe the interplay between the people and the various species that sometimes come and go. But the swamp, that is my favorite place to just sit, observe, meditate, and inhale deeply the mustiness and the decay.
My gorgeous thing. And talking of mustiness and decay, let's play a little excerpt of one of Canal Cryptid and Beck's favourite episodes. It's episode 108. And when you are perhaps becoming, Dr. Theo, a little bit potentially untrustworthy, let's just have a little listen.
Right. Everybody up.
You have to.
Captain.
Oh, God.
Theo, dear, the spiders are unfolding.
Yes, I see that.
Well, tell him not to.
Well, I can't actually speak to them. My presence seems to calm them, that's all. As long as I'm still, they're still.
So maybe we leave you here?
Ah, yes, that might be the wisest course of action.
I can carry a few folks, but it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
I'll take a lift.
Okay, but if you're gonna be sick, watch the lane.
Oh, shift over, Jules. I'm coming aboard.
Don't grab my stomach.
Aren't you accompanying them, Donna?
In a minute. You sure were quick to stay behind.
I have no desire to be a guinea pig for Jessie's, research.
Oh, sure.
If you're concerned about me, Donna, I assure you I'm quite safe. You can go.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not worried about you.
Then why are you still here?
I'm just thinking. Back when we were all webbed up, you came in swinging that novel.
Yes. I hadn't yet realized that I could calm them.
Oh, I sure heard a lot of thumping, but the web over my eyes was pretty thin. Didn't see much actual contact. Mostly you swinging and them thumping their legs together.
Okay, what exactly are you accusing me of, Donna?
Oh, I'm sure there's nothing to accuse you of. Just a strange set of actions, like a deke in hockey.
Deke? I'm not familiar.
Short for decoy. It's a way of drawing your opponent out of possession. You pretend you're going one way, then shift direction real quick like.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. If you don't mind, Donna, talking is not helping my nausea.
Oh, you betcha. Guess I'll just go see what the crew found in the cave.
Singwin, take her off the board.
And we have there a beautiful dynamic of the lovely Donna with Dr. Theo. What are your thoughts on Donna, Dr. Theo? Do you feel that she is someone who is perhaps a little suspicious of your behaviours?
I'm suspicious of her suspicions.
I'm not surprised.
And I'm feeling very wary of her wariness.
Yes. And what do you think her alliances are in the team? Does she have any, or is she very much an individual?
I think she may be an individual. But then again, her associations from MCCACEC, that does reinforce kind of a mix of individualism and collectivism at the same time. And to never have your foot firmly in one or the other. So it leaves me really gray as far as Donna's concerned.
Yeah, interesting. And you mentioned MCCACEC. What did you teach there, and how did you get recruited to such a prestigious place?
Well, rumor has it I was recruited by Mrs. Sheffield, but I believe it was Mrs. Sheffield in disguise.
Oh.
So it was like a 6'2" NBA player named Shad, who recruited me. But I do think it was Mrs. Sheffield who actually recruited me. And as far as what I teach is a derivation from recognition by family members, because those are the hardest ones to fool.
Okay, good. And any top tips on anyone listening who wanted to perhaps take that course of yours?
Well, I would say that get closer with your family members, especially ones you're estranged with and that you don't get along with. Get as close as you can as possible, because then you can test your disguises and your vocal changes to really see how well you're pulling it off.
Love that.
Of course, once they recognize you, unfortunately, I have to flunk you from the course and you can't retake it.
Okay, so one shot, that's
One
it.
shot, yeah, maybe 1.5.
Amazing. Okay, thank you. We have a question from Lady Nibblebiscuit. If you were a ghost, who would you like to haunt?
Oh, I would say that I would like to haunt the actor who played the $6 Million Man, Steve Austin, who would be Lee Majors. That's who I'd really like to haunt.
Okay.
Big fan of a $6 Million Man when I was a child and it was in syndication and being broadcast.
Did you used to
to
jump
my-
off
my
rocks
quarters.
in slow motion and go...
Yes.
Yeah.
The slow motion is what really, really captivated me. And I would haunt him, and I would be in fast motion so that as I haunted him, everything he did would appear in slow motion.
Fantastic. Now, we have now a scene, an unseen wormhole that nobody has ever had party to until this moment now. It's a moment where we have Tiberius holding a majority of, because it's very hard to hold it in one hand, Dr. Theo's book with one painted fingernail on the airlock, and Dr. Theo is trying to convince him not to throw it and somehow stop this situation from escalating. So can we just see a little bit of that scene down that wormhole, please, with Dr. Theo and Tiberius?
Dr. Theo, if that is your real name, I suspect it's not. I have here your unwieldy and boring tome. It shall be thrown into the wormhole, and if you want it, you'll have to go fetch it. And to do so, I will release the airlock and you can go flying through into the wormhole.
Hold on a second. maybe you just need to take the time to read the book. And then you would understand the value in it, and then you would realize that it's not something that can be thrown into a wormhole. Because to be lost forever.
To be lost forever, are you so foolish to have not made copies of this 436,381 page abomination?
Oh, no, I've made copies. I have like 16 copies of it. So, but still, that is my favorite copy of all the copies. So please do not throw it out.
I will count to 24, and I will release, what is it called, flipping? I will flip your novel, and I will enjoy it immensely. What was I doing?
And end of episode. That's great. Well, that is a stunning episode. Never before heard a slice off in real life. So that was beautifully done. And I think with regards to anybody listening in, they absolutely adore your characters. How do you find the voices for those two very different folks? What happened with the Tiberius voice? Has it changed over time?
I think it has changed. We were workshopping it when Shannon first wrote. Can we do a little inside baseball on this one?
Yes, do it.
For our listeners? Okay. The story is that I don't know if the most avid listeners will remember that Tiberius was originally played by Richard, our Richard who played Leet.
Yes.
And it just didn't work for him. He couldn't find the character. And so and that's why he ended up getting, in quotes, killed off. But Shannon wanted to resurrect the character, and I couldn't tell you why. It's a Shannon reason.
We love Shannon.
So they asked if I would do it, and we workshopped it. She and Eric and I, her brother, we workshopped different voices, and he kind of had a New York kind of gangster style and they just went until this kind of absurd kind of mid-Atlantic accented erudite sounding guy.
Yes.
And I think at first it was just a little stiff and mumbly, but I realized like enunciations can get lost in there, so I've tried to refine it a little bit more. But yes, I get he gets away from me sometimes.
I think he's wonderful, and we all know that the best baddies are British, right? Isn't that what the Americans do in all the films? But
That's right.
we all want our Hans Gruber moment, even though it was the German. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens to all of the characters. And is there anything you wanted to impart to the listeners about why they should listen to Oz 9 if they're not true fans already?
Oh, you have to listen to Oz 9 because it is a whirlwind ride. I laugh out loud for the pure absurdity, and I love a good joke that you can just keep hitting over and over and over. Like the Jesus. It just doesn't get tired. In fact, when you've kind of gotten used to the joke, and then you keep doing the joke, it just revitalizes the humor of it. But there's just so much absurdity. There's just so much whimsy. There is the unpredictability. There's the anything goes aspect of this show where you can die and not die. It's like a soap opera, but just the most ridiculous kind of soap opera you can imagine.
Yes.
There will always be a twist and turn and a surprise, and you will never not be surprised.
Super duper. And sadly, this is our potentially last season, so we've been told. And
Yes.
What hopes do you have for some of the dynamics that you'd like to see between characters? Are there any things you'd love that the next season kind of plays with character dynamics?
Okay, here's one interesting one. I want to see, we haven't seen it yet, but I would love to see some kind of vulnerability with Mrs. Sheffield.
Oh.
Because Mrs. Sheffield's always cool and collected, and of course thinks the crew are a bunch of idiots but there's a vulnerability I want to really see come out where Mrs. Sheffield is kept on her back foot. I really kind of want to see that. That's something I really, really want to see. And I also want to see, I love Julie's deliveries and her lines, and I really want to see her get, even though her husband's back on her, I really want to see her kind of get a great fondness for somebody that's on that crew. Because right now she feels like she kind of keeps them all at distance because she's a scientist as well. So that I want to see as well. And
who would you say is the more scientist of you and Julie, Dr. Theo?
Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Oh, well, while I do respect her broad knowledge, it's just not as specialized as, say, a mycologist. So you have to be very, very specialized. Of course, she likes to tell me that, I'm too specialized and don't know enough about everything else. And I would beg to differ because my knowledge of big brown planetary things is outstanding. So,
Brilliant. And for any of the characters and David, what would be your favourite sandwich to have on the ship if you had to and if you're forced to perhaps at some kind of weapon point?
Sandwich on the ship, for me, I would have to say tuna.
Okay, nice and simple.
Love a good tuna fish sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm going to say egg salad. Egg salad, you can use the shells as weapons, which is nice. And then the reek of egg salad in the presence of other people just titillates me to see their disgust.
I mean, Dr. Theo, the sandwiches I would have, I think I would have kind of maybe a mitochondrial sandwich.
Oh. Brilliant. Well, the final question for Dr. Theo is have you found anywhere on the ship that we perhaps haven't heard about yet? And where is that space and what can you do there?
Ooh, that we haven't heard about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say that my mycelium garden secret laboratory, but it's no longer a secret. People have been talking about that.
We know about that one.
Yes.
It needs a clean, quite frankly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not going to argue with that. It's probably because I've been in there too long. But the secret foosball room with the foosball table. Please don't tell anyone about that.
Okay, your secret's safe with us and all our listeners.
I'm my own best competition. I don't think I would do well against anybody else, and I couldn't bear to stand to lose. So.
And I did have a question from Mr. Sheffield to ask, why spiders?
Why spiders? 8. 8 is the magic number, the number of the legs. 4, the number of the eyes. 2, the number of mandible parts. And
we love mandible parts, don't we?
We love mandible parts, yes.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, what a wonderful time it's been sharing some time with Tiberius and Dr. Theo and David to swoon. Thank you for your service for the Oz9 crew, and Tiberius, I hope they bring you down. And David, you're amazing, one of my favourite voice actor voices ever.
Thank you.
So I hope you get all the lucrative and fun gigs going forward. So yeah, thank you for jumping on today.
Thanks for having me. I love the show. It's a pleasure and an honor.
I appreciate it. It's groovy to chat to you. So yeah, onwards to more adventure. And
yes.
And thank you for listening, folks. Hit David up, find his shows, and cast him in all the things. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to this random, whatever day it is, with one of the very best, most brilliant voice actors in the business in the whole world. He's been on Beavis and Butthead too and everything. I mean, this is the most joyous Bonnie Brantley. Hello.
Our claps were totally off. Is that going to work?
That's fine.
You'll figure it out.
What's a couple of claps between friends? But and just hovering above you there, I see Lady Nibblebiscuit. Hello, Lady Nibblebiscuit.
Hello. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. I've been rather lonely.
Oh, and it's lovely to kind of sort of half opaquely see you. So yeah, welcome. And just gave me a fright.
Can't smell me, can you?
Bonnie, I think Donna has just popped out behind you there. Hi, Donna. How are you doing today?
Hey there. How are y'all? How are you doing? I almost talked like my voice actor instead of me.
Well, let's just talk to your voice actor for a second, because, Bonnie, you've got absolutely the most natural funny bones I've come across as a dialogue editor and just as a fellow actor, and the very best comic timing. So what parts have you enjoyed the most so far, do you think, in Oz9? What moments are memorable for you? for your characters?
There's so many. But I think that I often talk back to how back when we were first doing the show.
Yes.
And it was so primitive. And there were times when I was recording in my car on my iPhone at the very, very beginning.
Amazing.
But I think some of the most fun times I had when we were all not recording, but rehearsing together. And I believe that, I'll say the actors, Shannon, Eric, Richard, Tim, and I don't know who else, were all in the same room.
Yes.
And they'd share a mic, and their floorboards were creaky, and there was a dog snoring under the microphone. And it was kind of chaotic and really, really funny, and we were always just cracking up. And then there was a time period later where we were all doing a Zoom together, and we had, oh my God, it was Aaron and June. We're recording on the same screen on the same mic, and they had to just lean in, and Aaron would crack up June, but we were recording at the same time, so we had to, and she would have to cover her mouth and bite her hair. I don't know what the hair biting. I don't even want to know, to keep from cracking up while he was doing stuff. So sometimes I like to look back at the early ones where we were laughing so hard, and we still do.
Yes.
But I think the most fun when we were all together at the same time.
It is different.
And Tim, watching Tim is, I'll make you guys look it up, but Tim would start laughing and turn all pink. And that would always crack me up. He would always start laughing. He's, so anyway.
Well, this is it.
Tim is Colin, everybody.
Yeah, and a glorious Colin as well. I mean, I think the whole kind of mixture of characters that's sort of now kind of the current going into season 7, who knows who will survive, are a joyous bunch, aren't they? I really hope one day we can somewhere record something all together. I think that's an ambition.
We have to. And on that note, Shannon will kill you off because she can bring you back because it's sci-fi. You can do whatever you want.
This is the thing. There were so many beautiful elements, like, Mrs. Sheffield's cane could take us anywhere in time, right? And we're just going to
throw in a wormhole.
We'll end up back at the beginning.
So I throw in a wormhole, and when in doubt, wormhole.
Now, hang on a second. Someone just slashing through the background there. Captain Jessie, how many pints are you in right now, Captain Jessie?
I don't count. A real Scot never counts how many drinks they've had. What do you mean?
Fair enough.
What the hell are you
now,
doing?
Listen, there's a question. I'm just asking you a question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So, are you or Mads the best captain? And can you prove it?
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You're asking me who's the best captain?
I'm not sure.
Mayor Mad Pants. Drinks on everyone. We got the best question in the world. What was the question again?
No, that's perfect. What is the scariest moment, Captain Jessie, that you've had on the Oz 9, do you think?
Oh.
It's been a few.
It's hard to think of it. It may have been when I was stuck in I was in a closet or something, and the assassin, the albatross was after me. She first got there. I didn't know what idiot she actually was, but she scared the crap out of me. And I stayed in there so long, I believe I had to eat pocket lint to stay alive.
That
but only come second to the time we were stuck in a small room or a cave or something, and we had to listen to, Mr. Handsome. His name
Dr.
is
Theo.
I've had a few. Who's Mr. Handsome?
Dr. Theo.
Oh, you're so handsome.
Swear.
It's so boring. We were all stuck in a small room, and we had to listen to him read his novel, and it was one of the worst days of my life.
I'm sorry, you have a sit down and just sober up for a second. Can I just speak to Donna? I just wonder, this is quite a direct question, but can we trust you? Can we? I mean, who even are you, really? Not sure.
When you say we, who do you exactly mean?
The world. So,
the royal we?
Yes.
Can the world trust Donna?
Can the world trust Donna?
Of course you can.
I mean, give us some backstory. What did you study at MCCAC EC, if you did?
Oh, I'm not quite privileged to tell you everything I studied, but I will tell you I got all B's on my final exams, which is pretty good considering most of the people don't even pass.
Mm-hmm. What was your favourite class?
A lot of things are sort of what you call confidential.
No, fair enough. I admit there's some things you can't tell us. Did you have a favourite or worst teacher?
Oh, there was this one teacher. He was really handsome. And sometimes when he'd call on me, I knew all the answers, but I got so nervous I could hardly speak.
You still passed?
Oh, yeah. We ensured that happened. That's also confidential.
And Lady Nibblebiscuit, how did you become a ghost? Could you possibly give us that information? And who would you like to haunt that you haven't yet?
I believe I set myself up for that question, didn't I?
You did. You asked yourself.
I had wanted to ask who other characters wanted to haunt because it's been such a delight being on the show and haunting you whenever I wanted to, but you don't always have control. How did I don't know how I turned into a ghost. Well, there was a time period. We were supposed to be safely in our little pods, and then there was suddenly this noise, and then I sort of felt like I was melting. It was awful, and the smell was terrible, and I ruined my shoes. But becoming a ghost was rather vague. I don't know how I got there, actually. But it was much more pleasant than being the zombie, which was rather... Well, it was rather unsanitary.
Indeed. And what's the most fun you can have being a ghost? Like, what have you done that's kind of kooky?
Well,
come on, tell us.
You know that when you're a ghost, you can pretty much go wherever you want, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
is this broadcastable, by the way?
I promise not to tell.
Okay, yeah, go on, tell us.
Dr. Theo locks his door every night, but he doesn't know that doesn't help. And the man does take a rather long shower. I'll just say that. Don't repeat it, please.
That's lovely. I think you should be censored, lady. No, it's your secret safe with us. And we had a few people who've mentioned their favourite episodes, Bonnie, as being the wormhole episodes, especially the Midsummer Night's Dream episodes. And you came up with the wonderful different voices for our barfing fairies, as they've become to be affectionately known. So we're just going to play a little bit of that now, so that if people haven't yet found it, they can jump in and enjoy Shannon's beautiful, in a way, of homage to how Shakespeare never meant to write A Midsummer Night's Dream. I'm just going to play that for you now.
But is it possible you could do a bit better? Indeed, if not in word.
Bring her flowers, you mean? Why? She is surrounded by them. Magic ones that do her bidding. I can only bring her the kind that you gotta go find a vase for.
Dude, when's the last time you cooked? Or washed a load of wings? Or scrubbed a lily pad? Or fetched her a rare magical ingredient from the deepest swamps
Okay, thou hast made thy point, and shoved it in my kidneys and twisted it a few times.
Oh, good morrow, mistress. Might I have leave to chop mine own head off and replace it with an old radish? 'Twould be less spicy.
And I to carve out my stomach and borrow another from a long-haired cat fond of licking, for 'twould cause fewer dry heavings than I had this morn.
Oh, my foolish Fay, come near and lie thee down, and bring a bucket, just in case.
Oh, thou art as cross as mine eyes that refuse to focus.
Thou art as full of spleen as...
Waiting.
A splenectomy surgeon's waste bin.
You?
Yet thou must admit I pulled it out.
Can't disagree.
Thy heads and stomachs punish thee enough. Right, help me feed this fine fellow with grapes and buns and... Oh, yes, fetch some mulled wine, if thou canst keep from barfing.
Got any grass?
Shall I roll thee a fatty?
Thy wine, sir.
Ladies, never had I such a feast, nor such pleasant company to share it.
And so he did.
I need to listen to that again, because I forgot what I did. I think somebody had a lisp and somebody had some kind of weird, and someone was hiccuping. I can't remember exactly now, but it was fun.
There was a big crew of beautiful realised characters. Yeah, and I think, and that's the thing, like finding voices as a voice actor is often really difficult, isn't it? And what kind of process do you go through to decide how much to play with each? Can you talk about any of the characters you've created?
Well, ever since I was little, I've always been talking to myself and doing voices and imitating things, and I don't know where that came from. And I've always gotten in trouble for talking too much, so I don't know where that really comes from. But let's see, we're picking up, like for Jessie, I think that Shannon just said we'd like a spaceship captain. I think she sent me a little bit of dialogue, and just that she's got to be Scottish. I'd never done a Scottish accent ever. I didn't know how to do a Scottish accent, but I love the Scottish accent. So I went and listened to Craig Ferguson a lot.
Brilliant.
Because I love Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, lovely man.
And I tend to gravitate more towards male actors and comedians, and I don't know why. I mean, it's just a thing. I don't know why. But I listened to interviews with Craig Ferguson and his sister, Lynn.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to pick something kind of in between their accents and doing my best mishmash of that, and hoping that it went okay.
Oh my gosh, they're brilliant. They're so memorable though, you know, like each and every single one has its own little moment. And like with the Minnesotan accent, have you ever spent time with Minnesotans? Like how is that one channeled for Donna?
A little bit. So I wonder if someone from Minnesota would go, we don't do that. But I was born in Ohio. And so my first 3 years of life, I had a little bit of an Ohio accent, which is close to Minnesota, and it's got some similarities, a lot of similarities with backyard and things like that, the sort of yank thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I had a little bit of that in my background. And then I worked at an animation studio in Ohio also for a little while. And there was a secretary that was from Minnesota-ish. And so I'm kind of doing her accent because she would call and do announcements, and she would always announce that there was a package from FedEx, but she would say it and always sound like she was saying fat ass. And we would all just fall over laughing. Does anybody have something from FedEx? And so there's a little bit of that, and then Fargo, and then I'm kind of winging it. So I hope I'm not. But my excuse for every single accent problem that I might have is, this is Minnesota in 2024.
Yeah, right.
No, wait, in 2040. What is
2042, isn't it? 2142. Yes.
2142.
Yes.
So by then we could be like, the whole upper United States could be Minnesota.
Truly.
Or Minnesota could have been invaded by something. Scotland, probably.
Scottish.
That's when Minnesota was invaded by Scotland and Texas.
Do you think that could be Jessie's fault? Is that perhaps, I mean, plot line wise, that would be quite groovy. That, you know, Jessie.
I have a whole backstory about how Jessie's parents were one was from Texas and one was from Scotland. And that's how I got my accent. So if anybody gives me shit for having a bad Scottish accent, I'm just going to say, oh, well, you don't know.
No, I have to say that
she spent her college years in Latvia.
Right. Well, I was going to say that Beck, who's one of our brilliant space monkeys, has said that they do quite like the strangled Latvian references.
Let me tell the strangled Latvian story.
Please
quick.
do. Yeah.
I was looking through reviews, and I was copying reviews to put. We all help out with the marketing of Oz, and I love doing that stuff. So I'm looking through a bunch of reviews and getting all the good reviews and putting them in this spreadsheet because I'm nerdy, and putting them up for So there's nothing but good reviews, nothing. And it was like, oh, this is so delightful. And bam, this one comes out, and it just trashes me and another actor, who I won't say, because that other actor is also brilliant.
Truly.
But he would just trash me and said that they hated my accent and I sounded like a strangled Latvian. And my reaction to that was to cry. I cried, and then I was sad about it for days. And then I talked to Shane, and it was like, so we just decided to incorporate that. It appears in episodes, I think.
Truly
sometimes.
a few, hasn't it? Yeah.
I don't know anything about Latvia, but I'm incorporating Latvia into my backstory just to get that mean person back.
I mean, I think we need to do an Oz 9 tour to Minnesota, to Latvia, Scotland, obviously, and you need to just do all these accents, and people will go.
Just listen in on it and try to get them better.
Well,
because I'm listening to an audio thing right now where someone's doing an American accent. It's an old Agatha Christie.
Oh yes.
And this, I was like, oh, it's just painful.
Okay. That's the worry, isn't it? Yeah, when you've done something, isn't it? Because I love an accent too, as you know, and sometimes you can misstep.
Everybody talks like a 1940s gangster.
Yes, truly.
Or Jennifer. What's wonderful Jennifer says. Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes,
who's
Jennifer
wonderful, but every
Coolidge.
character's not going to sound like Jennifer Coolidge.
No, this is true. Right, so Jessie,
yes,
are you? Can you stop drinking just for a second? What is the most lethal drink you have had and survived? And if there was a cocktail named Jessie, what would it have in it?
There was a cocktail named Jessie. Oh, it would be straight up no rocks, no chasers, just a shot of pure sweet evil. That's what I'd be. A delightful, angry shot of
ethanol.
Pure. I don't know.
Macallan's.
I don't know.
Triple Macallan's. No, that would you have
what
like
was it, McCallans, McClellans?
would it have a little brolly in it, like, or fireworks, or half a sword? What would it have in it as its kind of garnish? cocktail
Ski and
world.
do, of course.
Of course.
A tiny little ski and do. Not one of those little Stacey épée swords that you use, like the parrots use.
Great.
That's ridiculous. I want a little ski and do. And it'd be stabbed right through an olive, no matter what drink it is. Love a good olive.
And just served in a kilt that you're still wearing. Brilliant.
We often have a little bit of the alcohol in the kilt. You squeeze it out, take it off, squeeze it out on the glass. It's got some fibres, but it's all right.
And Donna, who would you say is your biggest threat on the ship?
Oh, I don't usually feel threatened by anyone because I love everybody. But I feel like maybe the biggest threat on the ship. Well, Pluto was the real problem for a while. Thank God he was on our side, because I tell you what, he could get me to do just about anything, and he has. Oh, I think all the Donna questions are getting kind of sexy. I don't know what's going on.
Well, how do you feel about the lovely Pluto? Is there any? Still a spark?
Oh, Pluto, he's so handsome and he's so charming, and that voice.
Yeah,
he's lovely. You know.
Come on.
They don't call him the god of the underworld for nothing, if you know what I mean.
No, I have no idea what you mean.
Gosh. He calls me his little hat dish.
See, this is what we need, romance on the Oz 9. Is there any other pairings you'd like to see on the Oz 9 for a bit of romance, Donna?
Oh, who am I shipping?
Come on.
Do you know the term shipping? I learned that from
Yes.
some teenagers.
Yes.
For everybody who doesn't know shipping is relationshipping, and that's when you're kind of wanting to match make people.
Yeah.
Who would I like to see match made?
Who would you put together?
Oh, I kind.
Olivia and Bob?
Oh, Bob.
No.
I have a feeling that Bob is a nicer guy than I think he had a bad childhood.
Okay.
You know, a good mom, a good auntie might have been a better for him. Oh, what's going on here? This is my thinking fingers.
Those are pretty. That's pretty impressive.
I think I'd like to see. No, I don't think Jessie and. Sometimes I think Jessie and Mads, but I think they may have had something for just a little while in college.
Do you
but
think way back when? Yeah, we're waiting for that discovery.
I think Mrs. Sheffield and Dr. Von Habitzer.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that'd be something.
Well, I don't know if there's a bit of history there between them, it seems, but yeah, that's exciting.
They could spark that up.
Yeah, that's exciting to see some adventures in romance. That's what we need. And do you think, Bonnie, that Dr. Theo is a threat? As a kind of a listener,
Do I think Dr. Theo is a threat?
Dr. Theo good or bad? Do you think? What do you think?
Dr.
Because your characters have talked to him a few times in different ways and
I don't
trying to take the measure of him.
so. I don't think he's a threat, but I think that somebody who's been avoiding human contact for so long because everyone is mysteriously attracted to him, and then he suddenly falls for someone who's actually a bat. I think we've got a problem here. I think there might be a crack in the fissure, but I don't think he's evil.
Okay.
Although I've heard him sound kind of evil.
This is it. And I mean, are you a fan of spiders, Jessie?
I don't mean spiders, but moths. Moths scare the hell out of me. Flying around your face. Oh, forget it.
Okay. Yeah,
They're all
not
furry,
good.
looking like little homeless butterflies.
Yeah,
Forget
no, I
it.
agree. I'm not a fan. Yeah. Yes, not having a moth in the face is not worth two in the bush, is it?
No.
And
I lost my accent there. Who was that?
someone new has entered the chat.
Who was that?
I mean, if you could pick a voice, Bonnie, to do other than the many brilliant ones you do, who would you want to play, do you think, on the ship if we suddenly had a
whole new character?
Well, either a new character or someone from who's already established. Who would you want?
I love. Oh,
jump in and be?
I'm going to bring this up just to mess with Shannon because she's always bringing up weird words for me to say. Colin had a wife, and she's on that ship somewhere. I happen to remember.
And she talked like this. Colin, you know, she was what do you think I am? I'm something kind of like that, but with a New York accent.
She's on that ship somewhere unless they blasted her, and no one explained what happened to her. Remember the parachute and the sandwiches, and Colin got in trouble? Mm-hmm. I'd like to bring her back and see what's going on with that.
Yes. She has had the same name, doesn't she? Yeah, the same name of someone else. There's a few with the same name, isn't there?
No, Glenda, I think
Glenda.
was Jessie's mean sister.
Glenda.
Wasn't she?
No, but I think there was a few with the same name, I think, or something weird.
I can't remember now. Oh, I can't believe I can't remember.
It's only 120 episodes to memorise.
Well, I have made a giant spreadsheet of all the episodes so I can go through there and look.
See, this is the thing. And when we're actually doing our practice read through, you have printed off the tome and you're famous for your beautiful writings and scribblings in the margin and noting things that really worked. Yeah, look at that beauty. I mean, you must, if anyone wants a copy of those, they can send £100 to a charity of their choice and get one.
I have a file. I have a file of them in order, and I've been sending them off to people, and sometimes they have doodles in the corner, and sometimes they have comments and things like that. So I've got them all in file because I have to print to be able to read. Yep. And I like to make notes when I'm planning ahead. But the organization is on the outside, and the inside in here is just complete chaos. So I have to organize on the outside. But anybody wants a script? I've got them almost all. I've sent out some.
See, this is
doodles, coffee stains, secret notes,
blood, sweat, and everything else. But yeah, no,
grocery lists.
It's a little slice of Bonnie's life alongside the scripts. Brilliant. So let's have a little throw into all of the characters. So we're going to hear from Donna and Jessie and Lady Nibblebiscuit. And actually, let's throw in those barfing fairies too. And I'd like you to give me an argument, so don't feel you can't interject each other as well, about who has the most power and importance on the ship to make things go the way they want to. And each of them, of course, might well feel at some point that they are the most important. So I want them to put their case in. Can you show us an argument between all of the characters to show this specific issue? Are you ready? Whenever you are. Let's start with Donna.
Wow. I hate to start comparing people because it's not good to say things like that because it just tends to pit people against each other. I'll just say that sometimes yelling's not always the answer, and sometimes a little sugar in a spoon can help. Isn't it? A little spoonful of sugar can help the medicine go down, if you know what I mean. People who tend to rant a lot. Not mentioning any names. Oh, you're talking about me, ages. If you had to put up with, you'd be ranting too, lady. I don't have much sugar to spare as well, like you do. You're rather lovely, though. I've always thought you were a rather lovely lady, and you're so beautiful. And I kind of wish you were my mother and my auntie, because I don't know. I have said it either. Get me out of here. Someone get me another drink. Time to get out. Oh, I think we've tapped into a couple of things there.
I just happened to be passing through, so I thought I might mention that I don't really feel like they've got any power. I'd rather not have any power, but I have seen. When you're a ghost, you can sort of see that little Olivia. She's rather darling, but I wouldn't trust her for a moment. She's got... I don't know. She's mischievous, isn't she? But not always in a darling way, no.
And the barfing fairies, do they have anything to say on the matter?
I can't remember.
The barfing fairies. I can't remember how the barfing fairies' voices went, but imagine they were probably something like this.
There was one that used to hit up all the time.
And there was another one that had a lisp, but he always said something like that, I think. But I'm not really sure. And there were really, really high ones.
And there was a really, really low one.
But I think they messed with the voices, so I can't remember which was which. But I like to do really, really low.
Really, really high. And I think I do a Scottish accent for them. I don't know why.
I mean, come on, everyone. Give a clap. That was brilliant.
I can't remember what I did with the fairies right now. I'm going to have to listen to it again. But I think that's, if you ask me to do it again, that's probably what I do, something like that.
And Donna, I don't know if you know, but your life is actually being narrated, just to throw that at you, you'll forget it instantly the time we've stopped this conversation. If you could speak to the narrators that have a little power over your life, what would you want them to change about things? What would you suggest strongly that they do to alter the course of the Oz9 history?
The narrators? Is that what you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's a narrator?
Yeah, sorry. Oh,
the
yes, sorry.
narrator.
There is that pond divide.
I don't exactly know what you're talking about with the narrators, but I think I've gotten a little feeling sometimes that maybe somebody out there is listening and maybe somebody out there is doing some controlling of things. But I always thought it was the MCCACEC. Could the narrators be involved with the MCCACEC?
That's a good question. What does Jessie think?
Jessie thinks the MCCACEC thing is ridiculous. I've never heard anything like it. I think you all go to college, just study comparative law, and put it into little numbers that you can say, and have a little song. But you can do all this just by looking on a good tutorial online.
Brilliant. Well, I think in that case, we need to end with a song. So if you want to start, Jessie, give us a fine pirate-type Oz9 song of your choice that's not in the public domain, starting with the words, "You wee scallywag." Off we go. 1, 2, 3.
You're mine. You wee scallywag. You wee scallywag. You wee scallywag. You got your knickers in a twist. 'Cause if you bother me too much, you'll see a big piece of me fist. Oh.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the chorus done. I love
Jessie
that very
doesn't
much.
sing, unless she's really, really drunk.
Thank you so much.
Oh. You'll take a few
Well, we're
shots for
about
it.
to find out, aren't we? Because we have threatened a few times that there will be musical
Is that a secret? Is that a secret?
episodes, air quotes.
It's not a secret?
No, I think it's been out a few times. We have threatened it.
It's
a
in
few
my
times.
contract that Jessie refuses to sing.
I'm very excited to see how these turn out, and also gently worried because they first come to me as files, so we'll see what happens with that.
That's going to be Blooper City.
But huge and hearty thanks. If you've got any advice to anyone listening who hasn't yet heard to Oz9, why should they listen to this show? A little bit from each character, if you like.
The show, he has a lot of ridiculous stuff in it, but it also has adventure and romance. And the writer, Shannon, is a quite bright young woman. And it's full of little Easter eggs and clever little things. And you gotta read the script while you're listening sometime and write some things down and look some stuff up. I've learned a lot. There's all kinds of little hidden jokes in there that you miss, so you should probably listen to it, download it, and listen to it several times. Why should you listen to Oz9? I don't know, it's ridiculous. Every time I think about my whole experience on this ship, I think, I gotta get out of here. But then sometimes, late at night, I think, I've had worse times in my life. Might as well listen to it.
I think that's great advice. Thank you. And where else can people hear you, Bonnie? What other shows have you been involved in that you know and love?
Oh, I do Madison on the Air. Now our wonderful
Julie.
I always call her Madison.
Because I
Oh,
would
sorry, our Madison is
Julie. Chrissy, tell and say.
Chrissy. Okay, because I know we've got a Chrissy and okay, Chrissy. I'm sorry, your main name left my head. There's Madison on the Air, and it is so funny and so clever, and she is crazy about old radio dramas. And she does spoofs of old radio dramas, which is great, because I used to love to listen to them with my dad. So some of these I had known before. So she'll call me in every once in a while to do a character, and every one of them has been an absolute blast. And her character pops into these old radio dramas and messes them up, or messes with the story. So that one's really
You're
great.
brilliant in those.
And I've done,
I heartily.
I've done Mission Rejected with those sweethearts, and those are really funny. And I've done more. And I'm going a little blank right now. There was Moonbase Theta Out, which I did a really tiny short thing, and I got emotional. It was during 2020.
Okay.
And I think I did Jessie's sort of a Jessie voice because I was in the mood for that at the time.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of hear Jessie's voice, even though it's not Jessie. Get a little choked up. You can pretend like, oh, that's Jessie if she had emotions. And then there's been more, but I'm going. Oh, I did lovely Y2K.
Oh, Karen Hamdall.
Yes.
Yes. Karen is amazing.
Yes, she's so organized and so wonderful. And I did something for that, and I can't remember what it was. But if I look it up, I'll go, oh yeah, that's what it was. But I did some stuff for her. She's clever.
Chika?
and organized.
Yes, she is. I miss her from the scene, actually, because I know she had to go back to other work, bits and pieces, but I hope that she'll come back and do some more at some point, because
she's
the
exact opposite of the production behind Oz 9. It's just organized and got all her shit together, and it's so cool, and she's a lovely person. And I don't know, if I've forgotten anybody else, I'm going to cry, but I've done a few things for some other stuff, and they've always been great fun.
And who would you like to play? Is there any characters that you think, oh, I'd quite fancy doing something like that?
I'd like to be a Siri voice.
Any ambitions?
So I'm in everybody's car.
Okay.
There's lots of... I love doing character voices more than anything else. And then, sometimes I just have to play myself if I'm doing, narrating a serious thing or something like that. But wouldn't it be awesome to get one of those things like, the voice of... I don't know. I used to think when I was a kid, wouldn't it be great to be the operator? There's some voices everywhere, and you think, God, they must be paid a lot.
Okay,
or maybe not.
So something that everyone has.
It would have been fun to be I don't even know. I can't think. I did audition to do a character on King of the Hill many, many years ago, and I got to audition to do Peggy Hill.
Yeah.
And I think it's Kathy Najimy who does Peggy Hill. I could never have been as good as her, but it was a delight to be able to audition for that, and that would have been a fun character to do.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes. I mean, that shows.
So that would have been a fun one.
A few years ago. Yeah.
I would just love to do a character, even a minor character is fun too, because it's a little less work.
I think get us, all of us ladies of a certain age from Oz 9 to go and be gangster grannies. I think we'd be great. In charge of everything, puffing on them cigars, what grannies did in the 20s. I think there's a few.
That'd be so fun, like Golden Girls Gone, Ocean's 11 or something.
Yes, I think the world needs to see that, hear that, or both.
Mm-hmm.
But brilliant.
That'd be fun.
Thank you so much for coming on and having a chat. And if you haven't found Bonnie's stuff, we'll put links to things in the show notes. And please do listen to all of her characters, because she's absolutely stunning and amazing at every single character. So thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Lady Nibblebiscuit, and all of the Barfing Fairies. And happy listening to our Space Monkeys. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you later. It's been very nice talking to you.
Woohoo! I'm going to start with
Jesus.
There.
Man. Should I stop my recording now?
You're amazing. Thank you. That was great
fun. It won't stop. Wait, hold on a second. It won't stop. It's just going to record. It's going to record.